So let's talk about second game involving your Buckeyes. They are favored by 19.5 points, hosting Iowa over under 44.5. This one I put on here because I wanted to make sure we had some more time to talk about Jeremiah Smith because I think he is fabulous. And I think he's the best Ohio State receiver we've seen in this run of incredible wide receivers. But also, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Iowa offense. It's much maligned. We focused a lot on it last year because there is a literal point total for them to try to match for Brian Ferentz to keep his job. He did not. Tim Lester is in. They are still looking and playing very Iowa-like, which is, running the ball, complementary defense, special teams, 3 phases, all of that. But Caleb Johnson is really good. He's putting up really good numbers. He's rushed for over 100 yards in each of the games that Iowa's played this season, 206 against Minnesota last time that they played. So I'm not necessarily going to say do you think Iowa can actually beat Ohio State? But I just wanted your take on what the Hawkeyes look like this year and where they've actually improved. And are there anything they could do that could actually teach us something about Ohio State?
Well, I think 2 things is number one, they certainly look better running the football, not just because of Caleb Johnson, who I think is a top 5 back in the Big Ten Conference. I think part of it is their offensive line looks much better. That was an issue for them last year, among the fact that the quarterback couldn't really throw the football and the wide receivers really couldn't catch the football either. Like they genuinely had an offensive line problem as well. And that problem is not nearly as bad as it used to be. I think they're playing well as a unit. Now, they're going up against a very stingy Ohio State defensive front, one of the best run defenses in the country. And they haven't really done a ton, Ohio State hasn't, in terms of scheme variety to try to be extremely disruptive. They just kind of let the guys go out there and eat. So this is a game within the game that I will be watching because Caleb Johnson, especially when he gets out into the open field, he can run away from guys. He's added a little bit more power to his game. Like, he is a high-quality back, and I think he could present a problem if Ohio State does not corral him early. Now, Ohio State is going to win this game, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close because if Iowa has to get into a situation where they have to play catch-up, that's not going to go very well for them. When I look at Will Howard and the rest of the Ohio State offense, he just has to not put the ball in bad places, and I think they're going to be able to move the ball. This Iowa defense isn't the same as it's been in years past. They're not as stingy as they typically have been. But I think this kind of Iowa run game, Ohio State run defense is certainly something to watch here.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Iowa defense. Not quite as lights out as it's been. Also, our favorite punter, Torrey Taylor, has moved on. So there's some adjustments in the special teams game. I'm with you, though. I think Ohio State will cover. I know it's a big number, but they can score quick. They can be explosive. Iowa can't. And unless it's a long Caleb Johnson run, which I'm not going to say that that's impossible. But
right.
Jeremiah Smith is absolutely a cheat code. I know we use that phrase a lot, but he is an incredible receiver. He is only a true freshman. He's already knocking on the door of some history. Ohio State true freshman receiving record is 8 touchdowns, and just through 4 games, he has 5. He's going to break that. I'm just going to put that out there.